oil's Morning crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Now, just outside I've got a 2006 Mazda Axela, and the customer complaint is it's making a pretty nasty noise, bit of a rumbling noise, bit of a drone when she's going down the road from the rear of the car. Now obviously it's a front wheel drive car, so there's not really a lot going on at the back end. Now she's already fitted new tyres all round on the car, thinking that that was the problem. Hasn't fixed it, so it's definitely not a tyre issue, and all that's really left is the wheel bearing, and we need to work out which side the noise is coming from. So we'll head outside. The vehicle is already jacked up. I'll spin both the rear wheels and hopefully make a diagnostics from there. I've already got the wheel bearing on order. That should be here, well, it should be in the van on its way right now, hopefully, because believe it or not, I've taken a day off work, so I'm at home and it's not a weekend. Bloody cool, isn't it? It is, however, starting to rain, so my apologies. The audio may all turn to shit. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, crew, let's head outside and work out which side is the problem. Marmite, what are you doing? Oh, come on. Say hello to the people. Hello, people. Yeah, so you're not much fun for cameras, are you? All right, go away. Have fun. Okay, so the first job really is we spin the wheel. Now if you hold on to either the strut or the rear shock or whatever and give it a spin, you'll be able to feel a bit of a rumble, maybe, through that. That's quite noisy. I'll give you a close-up. I'm not sure if you'll hear this or not, but at least it stopped raining. I'm sure we can hear the brake pads a little bit, but there's definitely a rumble in the background. Okay, let's go and try the other one. Okay. Oh, that's a lot quieter. Okay, I reckon it's passenger side rear. That's the left in this country. That was loose. There we go. Sorted. Okay, well, first job is to remove the caliper, and we'll remove the pad carrier at the same time. That's just two 14mm bolts, one about here and one down the bottom there. And then we can get the caliper out of the way, we can swing that out of the way and get the disc off, and we can basically take a look at that wheel bearing hub. And it's a complete hub assembly on these. Ooh, you're hanging on the inner wheel arch, so if you fall down, we've got a problem. Okay, there's the top bolt that holds the whole caliper assembly, and there's one down the bottom. We'll do the top one first. Hopefully we won't knock the old camera out of the way. There we go. These are a little bit fiddly. You can't quite get a socket in the back because there's the handbrake cable in the way and stuff. Fortunately, this one doesn't seem too tight. It's getting quite windy out here. Can you hear the wind? Hope not. There we go. That's better. See what's going on now, can't you? Oh, that's one. Come here, bolt. Ta-da! And the other bolt is just down here, look. So again, hopefully I won't smash into the camera. There we go. Old spanners. Done. Right, just to make life a bit easier for me, I'm just going to move this grommet. This is the brake line coming in. There's a big grommet in the mount, so I can push that through there, hopefully. And there we are. Get it out of the way. Get the old caliper. we'll just let that sit just over there, look. Cool, right. We need a hammer. Okay, magic hammer to the rescue. Plenty of magic left in that one. Excellent. Right, here we have the hub. Now the bearings inside that big cast iron casting down there, and these come as a complete unit. Mazda won't sell us just the bearing anymore. So we've got 4 bolts to undo from behind here, and this one's got ABS, so we've got to unplug the ABS sensor first. If you had any idea how this camera is clinging onto the underside of this car, you'd have a good laugh seeing it. Okay, so we've got the ABS sensor, and there's a little tiny clip just on the side here, and I've got my magic flat screwdriver, little slot screw. I'm going to push that, click that little button in, and hopefully it's not easy under the car because we don't have a hoist. Don't pull on the wire, Mr. Young. The viewers will tell you off. Oh, my hands are way too big for this kind of stuff. Okay, I think we've got the clip undone. See if we can just lever that out. There we go, it's off. I can feel it, it's coming. There we go, brilliant. Right, get out of the way. Now, obviously be very careful when you're removing the hub that you don't drop the hub on the floor, because this wheel speed sensor is pretty damn sensitive. Okay, so you can see up there, look, we've got 4 bolts. There's one here, one down there, and there's 2 more hiding behind this shock so you can't see them. Now they're going to be extremely hard for me to film undoing, but God, maybe I can do one for you. Let's wait and see. See if we get the old socket through. Now these are like a Torx head. Stupid idea. There we go. Right, let's see if we can get that undone. Oh, look at that, not bad. It should be a bit tighter than that, really. Oh, sorry camera, my fault. Right, let's get rid of that. Oh, try again. Now, undo that with my fingers. Eric will be laughing his head off at the moment because everything he has to deal with is rusted up to shit, and there's hardly any rust on this car, and it's already 12 years old. Suck it up, Eric. Okay. I think that's pretty loose. Let's see if we can get that out. I need longer fingers. Not just for this job. Right. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Right, bolt 1 is out. Right, I've got 3 more to do. I think you get the idea. Hopefully you can still see a bit more. Right, let's go for that top one while it's all lit up by the camera. So much easier. Oh, there we go. So easy. Is that out? Oh, they just fall off. They fell off. Right. They're actually really long bolts for what they are. Right, let's see if we can get that out. Hang on, screwdriver. You could always take the shock off if you really wanted to. But, oh, there we go. I can get my fingers in now. Don't. It's gone. It's gone to live another life. I've got to find that. Can't be far away. Oh, the life of a mechanic. We'll find it once the hub's out. How's that? Then we can see what we're doing. Right. I'm going in. I can see what the hell I'm doing. Maybe this side. This side will work. Where's my torch? we're in. Jeez, these are really loose. I wonder if somebody else has been in here. Feels like it. Right, don't drop the bolt. Ta-da! Okay, this is the last one, so once I've cracked it off, I'm going to support the hub. There we go. And that's going to help to undo the last bolt, but it's also going to mean that I'm not going to drop the hub and destroy that wheel speed sensor. Right. Okay. Hang on, let's see if we can swap hands then, that way you can see what's going on, can you? Oh, he's come off. He's lost it, there we go. Good recovery. Now the brake disc backing plates also held on with the same 4 bolts. It's sandwiched between that the wheel bearing sort of assembly and the knuckle joint. I think. Yes, there we go. Okay, right. One brake backing disc and the prize. Okay, to the workshop. Before we go in, we've got a bolt to recover, and the camera's right in the way. Maybe. Oh. Extend. Come on, Mr. Bolt. Oh, I just can't quite get it because the camera's in the way. Oh, let's try it this way around. Oh yeah, it's like surgery. Ta-da! Got. Right, back to the workbench. Well, to give you an idea of time, that's taken me probably about 15 minutes to get the hub assembly off the rear passenger side, that's the left-hand side of this particular car, off the vehicle. But we still do have, and I'm pretty sure that the new one of these won't come with the new sensor, because these are usually pretty expensive. So we're going to remove that sensor ready for the new hub turning up. Now, it's got like a little Torx bolt on there, and I don't have a socket. I know, always buying tools, but never all the right tools. I don't have a socket that fits that. So, I reckon, and I've already checked it, a 4.5mm single hex socket should do the trick. Let's give it a go. Right, hopefully it's going to undo and it's not going to slip. It feels pretty good. Hold the wheel bearing. Oh, there we go. Man, that was loose as well. Cool, yeah. Oh, it's got a little name on it. ATC. And, if you can see that or not, there's a part number. I'm not going to read it out because there's millions and millions of numbers, but hopefully you can see that. If you ever need a new sensor, there's the part number. Okay, so we've not destroyed the sensor, that's good. But that really is as far as I can go now until the new part turns up. You know, I'm just waiting for the parts guy to rock up in the van and give me, hopefully, the right part. And then we can put this whole thing back together again. Well, time for a coffee, I reckon. See you later, chaps. Geez, that was probably the longest cup of coffee that I've had ever. Stupid courier driver left the part in the letterbox and didn't bring it to the workshop. I mean, come on, really? So, anyway, we've got the part. Hopefully it's the right one. There's the part number. It's made by, well, it's sold by, I should say, AB Wheel Bearings. And there's your part number again. Look, it doesn't really say where it's made. I don't think. So is it Chinese? It probably is Chinese. And here is the bag. And sure enough, it doesn't come with a new ABS wheel speed sensor. We've got to screw the old one in there, so we'll do that next. I have already checked it to make sure it's the right one, so we're all good. Oakley dokley. Right, pop that in there. Looks about the right fitment. And the little tiny bolt back in again. There we go. Man, and it's bloody been pouring down since I stopped filming this morning. So it's raining hard outside. Luckily the car's under the carport, but the water's running in now. There we go, that should be enough. Cool, okay. So that's now ready to fit to the car. It's already got a film of oil on it, so I don't need to put any additional spray on there, I don't think. At the moment, we'll get it bolted up, and fingers crossed, shouldn't take too long, and I shouldn't get too wet. Now, not sure how well this will come out, but basically with the bolts, you must put fresh thread lock on the threads. You don't need a huge amount, but it does need to be on there. Because the last thing you want, if these 4 bolts came loose, the whole wheel would pretty much exit vehicle. Well, mind you, the caliper would hold it in place for a while, but it wouldn't last long. Okay, so we need the cover, which, geez, goes on, that's it, that way around, there we go. Perfect. And then we can offer up the new wheel bearing. I'm going to hold all this in place and film, there we go, and get the bolt through. So we've got the bolts. Bit of a reach around. Another reference to Eric. Oh, what you like, Eric? I've watched far too many of his videos now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Right. Bloody good. It's actually a very easy job, is this? I wasn't too sure whether to do a video or not, but you know, why not? Okay, don't fully tighten it, and we'll get the other 3 put in. Right. Geez, okay, the other 3 are all thread locked up. Where's my torch? Okay, there's a hole. Let's put that in there. Swap hands. Very fortunate, these bolts are really easy to thread in. There's hardly any resistance, which is good. Okay, that's about it. Cool. That'll do. Number 2. Okay. Man, today has been a really, really weird day. This job should have been done hours ago. All thanks to the bloody courier driver. Like I'm going to stand by the letterbox for hours and then waiting to turn up. What an idiot. Okay. Things you do on your day off. It's a shame you can't just buy the bearings these days, because it'd make it a lot cheaper repair. This was, I think, $345 just for that hub assembly here in New Zealand, which is a complete rip-off, in all honesty. Right, going in, last one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to speed the job up. You can't see a lot, but it makes it a lot faster. And now, of course, the mosquitoes are out because it stopped raining. Little bastards. Okay, right, they're all finger tight, so now we can get our specified torque wrench and tweak them up to the required torque setting. Always remember to tighten them up to manufacturer's specs. Oh, sorry, camera. Go away, mosquito. We don't want you. Jeez. That's one. Click, click. And I always like to tighten these up diagonally, just to be on the safe side. think I'll be putting a power bar on these at the end. That'll do for now. Okay, number 3. There we go. And the last one is hiding down in that corner there, look. If you can see it, probably can't. One of the worst places to film. This one's quite easy because you rest it against the shot and get it cranked up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move the camera so we can plug this in. Perfect. Right. I've got a really cool little tripod that's got magnets on its feet, and it's very... they call it a gorilla tripod. You can move all the legs around and stuff. It's bloody good for this job. Right, look at that. Done. Okay, right, let's head back outside and put the disc and the caliper back on. Okay, so I will tweak those up with the cracking bar, with the torque wrench before I finish. Okay, disc. Stick that on there. And Mr. Caliper. There we go. And again, we should really putting thread lock on these caliper bolts as well. Very important. The last thing I want is anything going back falling off. It's not a good idea. Right, top bolt. A bit awkward, but we'll get it in there. He says with complete... There we go. Okay. Now, all we need to do now is lift up the caliper a little bit and line up those bolts, the threads, there we go, and the bolts clicked in, and we'll give it a few little turns. Man, today has had so many interruptions, it's unreal. Half-hour job all day. There we go. Right. Other bolt. Got to get a good camera shot. It's all the effort that goes into the camera shots, you see. We had tool girl Sarah down today. That was the distraction. Jeez, she talks. Talks so much. So interesting. Back from her trip. Okay, give it a tweak. There we go. Right, so top one to tighten up. Okay, you're right in the wheel actually. I can't even see what you're seeing, so hopefully you're going to get a reasonable shot. Let's get this last one tweaked up. There we go. Cool. And then I'll just pop this back in the clamp. I mean, come on, who put the shock in such a stupid place? There we go. Perfect. Right, so just those 4 bolts to torque down, and then shut the wheel on. Easy. Okay, let's see if we can get in there. Quick tweak, because you want to make sure that I do it properly, don't you? That's what it is. I have to show you everything on camera, otherwise. I think it was in the comments. Hang on, let's get that. God, it's never easy upside down. There we go, that one's on. Okay, let's give it a tweak. There we go, that's one. Oh, 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 oh. Number 2, she's down there. These were really loose when I first cracked them off, I couldn't believe it. I wonder who's been working on this car. That wasn't me. There we go. Cool. Right, number 3, that's an easy one. There we go. I've got to drive down to Taupo tonight. Jeez. Never ends. Okay. Last one. I had to fix Sarah's car. Jeez. Honestly, those women. I wonder what they'd do without me, really. Right. Okay, last one. There we go. Done. Oh, come back, socket. Sorted. Right, wheel on. Dum dum dum. One wheel. Well, another damsel in distress sorted out. God, it never ends, does it? Those poor mechanics. She was damn lucky I had today booked off already. I've got so much to do at work, it's unreal. Done. That was easy. We'll leave the socket there for tweaking them up. Right, back to the workshop. Well, there you go. Very, very simple job changing the rear wheel bearing on that 2006 Mazda, what was it? Alexa, that was it. Mazda Alexa. I'm sure it's called something else in other parts of the world. You got the part numbers, torque setting for those bolts. I don't know what it is. I did it at 70 Newton meters. I'm probably completely wrong, but they're a lot tighter than they used to be, and I don't think they're over tight. Thread lock, it's always a good idea. Okay, crew, if you found the video helpful, why not click on the subscribe button? You'll see a little gear icon turn up. Click on the gear icon, and then you can tick the box and turn on notifications. You'll also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and Twitter. And there's a new Patreon page too, so if you're feeling flush, drop on there. There's some more background information about the channel, and if you want to pledge, you can pledge. All good. Well, that's about it. I've got to drive to Taupo now. See you next time, crew. Cheers. Over and out. Hey, tool girl Sam. How are you?
Back.
You're back. Fantastic.
So
I know, and I've got a new shirt, so I thought it's only right that I give you a new shirt too. So there you go.
So excited for my new shirt, and I don't have to wear different shirts every day. And as a classic Tool Girl Sam move, I am going to wear it like this. Wow, would you look at that? I'd say that is a great present for your girlfriend if she's into tools. If she's not, she's probably into tools because you're a tool. See what I did there? Tool girl shirt, perfect.